What's going on, everyone? We've got an insane update incoming 1.8.1 with the brand new Alien Voyage, which we've already spoken about in the previous preparation videos. Now, this is earlier than we expected, but there's going to be a lot here. And honestly, I could read through this, but there is only very brief descriptions. It kind of just goes over the same stuff that we've seen in the Discord. But I want to focus on some other parts of this update. And as we get closer to January 26th, that's when we will go ahead and dive into the Alien Voyage fully. We've got a new SS brand, the new Wild Vulture, which we can go ahead and dive into in just a moment. A new Mythic Treasure, which, well, allows you to potentially buff up your daggers. So very, very interesting, as well as the Magic Festival event. This is going to be a pretty important one. Lots of valuable rewards. Supreme Selection Chest is one of them. That's going to be a huge one. As well as, well, there's going to be that roulette wheel. Maybe if you get lucky, great. Then there's the Dungeon Dive expansion. But to be honest, this is just kind of a brief overview. We're going to be diving into the Magic Festival event. We're going to be diving into Alien Voyage as it gets closer. And we're going to be talking about all of those various different updates when they actually show up. As for today, we get to dive into the other things, which are the new brands and a few of the new rewards that they're going to be offering here. So diving in first, we've got the new Wild Vulture. This is a SS brand, and might I say, this is a huge update for basically every single build. The Helios Warblade, the Sky Splitter, Blade of Aileron, Gale Elris, your Saint Mungs, your Reaper Staff, all of the builds that are using combo-based mechanics. Wild Vulture is just going to be, most likely, an upgrade for those builds. It's going to be pretty important. Now, it does have a specific kind of aspect to it, so you want to make sure you're not tripling up on any core aspects or anything in your builds, but this does give you the extra global HP. It's going to give you that combo rate and combo count limit that Wild Vulture previously is going to give you, and its legendary effect, well, it's going to give you extra combo rate that the Wild Vulture did not give you. This is pretty important. If I pop back over into Capybara Go real quick, you can kind of see that comparison right here, right? Less combo rate, and you don't get as much HP, and you're also not getting that effect of increasing your global combo damage until a little bit later on at the Mythic level. So pretty much across the board, just a straight upgrade. And then you also have this, which is final combo damage plus 50%. If I move myself over here, you also get combo count +1 for the first 3 rounds before battle. This is obviously just a massive buff. I think one of the most underrated things about this is just the 5% extra combo rate at a legendary level. Getting a legendary SS brand isn't insanely difficult. It is a little bit of extra work, but you're going to get the extra HP. You're going to get the 5% extra combo rate, and it's overall just going to be a straight upgrade to the Vulture that we already had, which is something that we expected. I've mentioned this in my videos previously, but this is going to be a just nice addition, especially for those builds that don't come innately with combo rate, like Whisper or Angel Bow, for example. Now, for your Helios Warblade users, we're going to really like this final combo damage plus 15%. And, of course, the extra combo count is going to work well for any build. This is a big, big upgrade. And every single build should potentially be going for this. Depending on, what other brands you have already, you need to fit this in accordingly. I think Legendary, since it's not super difficult to obtain, right? This is something that you can really easily consider. Only going to need a couple copies of the SS to actually get to that Legendary, whereas if you're going for Mythic, it's going to take you many, many more. This is a perfect one, honestly, to even just get it to Epic level. Like, if I were considering, do I go for the Vulture single S or do I go for the SS? Well, to be honest, I probably would just ignore the single S Vulture at this point because they do not stack. It's very, very obvious. Again, if I pull up the Capybara Go right now, you can literally see cannot be deployed together with other Wild Vulture imprints. So it does not function. And the Epic level is going to give you that 10% combo rate. It's going to give you the extra combo count limit, which is the important parts about it. So as long as you get just one copy, boom, you are in, and it'll work fantastically, almost equivalently to the Wild Vulture, potentially even better with a little bit of extra global HP. So this one's just like a no-brainer, and it's just going to go into every single build that has combo. Another minor update, well, I don't say minor because the Wild Vulture is kind of a big major one, but we also have the Mythical pet selection box. This is going to give us another option to get some more of specified pets. You know, specifically the Unicorn Slime King will be relatively important. Honestly, this is a relatively weaker, one. I mean, pets are important, of course, but, it's not something that if you're really focusing on, you're not going to get as much reward typically, unless you're really focusing it on those arcanas at certain breakpoints. So still a good one, though. Still something that you want to look out for. More importantly, though, and this is huge, like absolutely ridiculously huge, the Adventurer's Token Selection Box. This is going to be something that's going to be introduced as well. We have not seen any other way to acquire adventurers. It's one of the reasons why every single video I talk about, I'm like, guys, we cannot be skipping the big adventure, because that's the only way to acquire copies of whatever adventure you're going for, whether it's Gagarin, Dragoness. I mean, most people are just going to be going for the Dragon Girl and then resonating with other ones, right? Well, for one, you're going to be able to pick up Daji, you're going to be able to pick up Gagarin, you're going to be able to pick up Wukong, all these other options for adventurers. But mainly, the reason why this is so powerful is that you can now continue progressing whatever main adventure that you have, and not only acquire the ones from the big adventure, which you're still going to want to do. This does not, undercut the value of those either. But now the token selection boxes, in theory, they may be added as rewards for certain, events, or potentially in the Alien Voyage or whatnot. And that's going to be a huge one. When you see these rewards, my goodness, is this going to be an ultimate priority. I mean, the adventurer progression is the biggest amount of stat gaining that you can get in the entire game. So this is massive. Not only that, but we also have some double S limited brand selection box. This looks like it's going to pop in here. Again, we've got some new ones in there. So the Wild Vulture, the Brew Wild Vulture, the Cleopatra, and, of course, as we've gone along, some more added. We've known about this. And then lastly, we've got an incredible new artifact. For one, we're going to get some global attack and some additional suppression, but this one is going to trigger off of dagger trigger. So every 7 dagger triggers or 1 angel dagger trigger, it's going to release a big dagger damage effect. And then each hit has a chance to reduce shields, it's stacking, and every single time it's activated, they're going to take damage equal to 2% of their max HP. Now, this does have a cap, but overall, I mean, the damage that you're going to see from this is disgusting. You get the 5-star, you're going to ramp up that damage even more. This looks like an incredible artifact. Now, as of lately, people have used the calorie trine, but I mean, this could just be like incredible as a damage increase for the Gale Elris and the Angel Bow. More specifically, actually, Angel Bow. I mean, realistically, it's kind of the same. Since it can only trigger up to 3 times per round. You're probably going to get 21 daggers thrown in a single round. Or, I mean, you're guaranteed, basically, to hit 3 angel daggers in a single round. But, I mean, this is going to just do some massive damage. So a huge buff up for the Gale Elris and the St. Mung's Angel Bow. These are going to be massive upgrades for their builds. Similar to how important, like, the Heaven's Mark is for the Whisperer. Or, the amount of damage that artifacts can pump out is incredible. And this is just going to be, I imagine, even more so. Very interested to see the math behind it and when people actually start running it. Now, I will say that it looks like it's an exclusive artifact with the new wheel, with the new Magic Celebration. So I don't think it's going to be something that you can acquire free to play. Maybe it's in the Supreme Choice chest. I don't know. But I doubt it. So don't expect to be able to get it. But just note that it's in the game, and at some point in the future, we're going to be able to acquire it. So absolutely massive. Huge updates overall. I mean, realistically, there's a lot of things that come to the game, and, I probably should, as they're coming, make more videos about all the different brands that affect all the different builds in the game, like the Cleopatra that came out, White Tiger, Naga Siren, all of them, really. But this, out of all the double S brands that have come out, yes, Cleopatra's ramped up the dagger build. Yes, Prince of Sanctuary is ramped up the Aileron sword builds, etc., etc., etc. But Wild Vulture is like a catch-all double S brand. It is just a straight-up upgrade for so many brands. It may not be as big of an upgrade for certain builds, but it is just always, 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 unless you're not a combo-based build, going to be insane. And then, not to mention, the Adventurer token selection box. I was always curious if you were going to get something like this. I've spoke about this quite a bit, actually, when we were talking about the Ninja Turtles. I was hoping that something like this would be in the game, and then eventually we could select things like Raphael or Leonardo or whatever we want from these types of boxes so that we can actually get some adventures outside of the limited area. Again, it's a pipe dream, but this is at least a system in place that we can get tokens outside of the big adventure. So that's kind of cool already. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all for the next one.